Hey internet, welcome back to my channel. Today is a work day, so I am taking the time to get ready, and I thought I'd get ready on camera. It's going to be a pretty simple routine. My work look, I change my work look a lot because it just depends on my mood, but I think today I'm going to go for something pretty simple. I've already done all my skincare, and I always wear sunscreen, so that might be why I look greasy, I don't know, but that is it. So I'm like, I don't usually get ready with me sitting here. I usually do it in the bathroom, so I've had to pull a lot of my products out, so I've got them here. But it means that, like, the way I organize my bathroom, like, drawer is kind of, it sounds weird, but it's kind of in order of how I get ready. So I don't even have to really think about, okay, now I need this, now I need this. I'm just like, just follow the sequential line, and eventually I will be ready to start the day. So I am feeling a little bit like, what am I doing? I'm like so tempted to use primer for some reason, even though I never use primer. Okay, I need to go down my beauty blender and my spoolie. I'll be right back. So when I try to get ready for work, I actually try to be as natural as possible, which is like the opposite of what I try to do when I'm at home or when I'm filming. Obviously, when I'm filming, I try to put on a lot more makeup because cameras, stuff like that. So it might not look like I have a lot on, but maybe it does. Like sometimes when I go through my makeup routine with my coworkers, they're like, wow, that's a lot of steps. I guess it is a lot of steps. I'm really into makeup. So first thing I try to do nowadays is my brows. I'm using this brand Pink Honey Glue. So I actually heard about this brand because I think there was a UK drugstore brand that ripped them off, and it went all over TikTok and Instagram, and that's how I heard about them, and I didn't even know. But this is probably my favorite brow glue so far. Basically, it's a little pot, smells like honey but like sweeter, and there's a little hole in the center of the wax, and you dampen the spoolie, and then you just kind of swirl it in there and apply. And it is, I haven't tried a ton of brow waxes. Like usually the ones I have tried are a little bit more budget. I think I've only tried Mecca, which I quite like Mecca, and Colourpop. I'm really keen to try it at the Anastasia, because I love the Anastasia Brow Wiz. I just haven't tried the brow glue before, or the wax. I don't know, or pomade. I don't know what they call it, but I've seen a lot of influencers use the Anastasia one and really love it. But when I saw this, I thought this is so convenient, like super convenient, easy to do. And yeah, my brows, I'm lucky in the sense that my brows are pretty dark and thick on their own. If I'm like going out, if I'm doing a video or I want to like actually look really nice, then I probably will fill them out, and I might trim them a little bit and just style them up. But for work, I try to be, as I said, as natural as possible, because maybe it depends where you work, but the place I work, and I work in IT, so maybe that's why, people just are not really into beauty and makeup. Like some are. I think it's also by the nature of the fact that like there's not many women where I work, and there's definitely fewer men who are into skincare and makeup. So I don't know, it's not like I just don't want to, how do you say, like, I don't want to stand out, and so I don't want to put too much makeup on because I think that makes you stand out, if that makes sense. So I try to keep it simple, and that's why I don't bother doing my brows too much. But I feel like that's enough to kind of hold them up, make them look neat, and yeah, it lasts all day. I love, the other thing about this brow gel or glue is that you don't get like little white flakes. Like, it looks pretty fine. I think if you go right up close at the end of the day, you might notice a few, but it's actually really good. Whereas when I use a lot of brow gels, I've got mine here, this Australis, God, it's so gross, you can see it. It does leave like white casts and streaks and stuff like that. I still use it on days where I really don't care what I look like, but I just want to use it up. Anyways, so sometimes I skip this next step, and I don't know if you can notice, but I've got like redness in between my eyes at the moment because my eczema is flaring up. So if my eczema is super bad, I will not wear any concealer or foundation. I will just skip it altogether so that my skincare can breathe, my skin can breathe, because I feel like itchy right here at the moment. So I usually wouldn't do this, but it's not too bad today. So I thought I would just do it very light. Like, it's super light. If you've seen all my other videos, I wear a ton more makeup than this usually. So this is like the smallest amount. I need some around my nose. It's like when I film videos of me getting ready, I tend to hyperfixate a little bit more on making sure everything is like covered and good. But if it's just me, like getting ready in the bathroom, and it's usually because there's a time crunch, right? Because my routine at the moment is that Toby's like, get up. Bubs usually wakes us up because he wakes up at 6 or 6:30, which is like much earlier than I used to get up naturally, but now I think I'm just getting used to it. And it's not too bad so long as I go to bed on time. But I take longer to get ready in the morning because I do skincare and makeup. Tobias is like literally done in like 2 seconds. So he'll start off by like emptying the dishwasher and setting up the kitchen and starting to prep breakfasts, and I'll get ready in the morning. But I know that I have to be out soon because I have to help make breakfast. So usually I'm just like fast, fast, fast. But today is like a different day. So Tobias is at work, Bubs is with my parents, so I actually have a bit of time this morning to get ready before work starts. All right, so that's done. I don't use much powder anymore. Like, to be honest, very little. I'm really into cream products. Maybe it's because I'm like getting older and my skin is drier, but cream products is like huge for me right now. So that's why you'll see I'm not going to use, I probably won't use any face, oh, maybe I use a little bit here at the end if I'm getting shiny, but other than that, not very much. So anyways, moving on to contouring. As I said, I'm getting older, so I need to like visually lift things. I've been really loving this Rare Beauty contour stick, I think Bright Side bronzer stick in Bright Side. It's a great color match for me. I really, really love it. And I'll use this brush. So I don't know if these brushes are available anymore because I've been trying to buy more of these. I can't find them. It's the Morphe M523. I think this is really meant for powder blushes or whatever, but like it works for me. So I just do a little bit to contour my cheekbones. And this is probably where like most normal people don't do this stuff in their makeup routine, because like who would do this? I don't know. But I think if you're like an ex-beauty blogger or like a beauty YouTuber, or you're in the influencer space where there's more of this, I feel like this is actually very normal. Like most people would contour. Like if you don't contour, it's kind of weird, but a lot of my friends not in the influencer space, they just find it strange that I would spend time contouring. So I go under my chin just to sharpen up my jawline a little bit. Again, I don't know if anyone notices this, but I do, so I do it. But the reason I use a brush, sometimes I'll just go straight in if I'm like in a rush and then I'll just blend it out, but I prefer it this way if I have the luxury of time, because it's subtle. It's much more subtle and you don't get any harsh lines or anything like that. So I feel like the difference is a little bit harder to notice, but it's just more like, you look a little more put together, but I can't quite figure out why. Especially when you work with a bunch of men, they really have no idea. They just don't pay attention to this sort of stuff. But I do it more for me, I guess, because I don't really care. It's weird. I care what the girls at work think to some degree, because they probably notice. I really don't care what my male coworkers think. They wouldn't notice anyways. Okay, so that's most of my contouring done. I could do my forehead, but my hair's usually down anyway, so it covers it. All right, so I have another one, which I now use for cream blush. So this one is Guerlain in pink. I think this is pretty old, because I have some cream blushes. I have a lot of can-made cream blushes, and I definitely want to try more. But this one I bought years and years ago. Guys, don't ask me how old my makeup is. It is atrocious how old it is. But I've had this forever, and I just, about 6 months ago, I was like, I really need to get a nice pink cream blush. I just went to my collection, and I found it. And I'm like, I didn't even know I had this, and I never used it before. And it's really, really nice. So now it's kind of like my favorite cream blush. I don't even know if they make it anymore, so I'll have to check. But I don't really have a lot of Guerlain makeup. One, it's very expensive, but also it's just, I don't know, I just, for some reason, it was just never a thing that caught my eye. And now I'm like, when I need to restock next time, which is a long way away, I don't not need more makeup, definitely need to check out more Guerlain products. So I tend to sit the cream product kind of on my cheekbones and just up, like I pull up just because I want like my face to lift a little bit more. And like there was this like TikTok video I saw which was so cool, and it was like 5 different ways this lady applied blush and it completely transformed her face. I really want to try the other ways of doing blushes, like lower and more centered and all that sort of stuff, but I'm not that talented, and I always feel like when I do my makeup in the morning, it's usually for a reason, and I don't really want to experiment. I just want to like get it done so I can like go and get on with the day. So that's probably why. All right, so that's pretty much my face. My face is pretty much done. If I get too shiny here, I might powder down. I usually carry powder with me when I go to work anyways, so I can do that when I get there. The powder does like take a while to form. So okay, I feel bad about this next part because I don't think you can buy any of these products, but it's what I use, so it's just what I use. And to be honest, the stuff I use for my eyeshadow and stuff, it's nothing evolutionary or revolutionary, so you could probably buy dupes for this pretty much anywhere. But do you guys remember a company called Uni Cosmetics? Remember these? These are so old school. Like, they don't make them anymore, which is kind of sad, but they're basically like a little palette that you can magnetize and open up, and then you can customize. So this is a NYX blush that I depotted. I mean, I depotted these ages ago. I think these ones up here are Makeup Geek. No, some are Makeup Geek. I think the black one is Makeup Geek. These 3 I depotted from a Benefit palette, and then all the ones here, these square ones, are Tarte eyeshadows that I depotted from like these are very old, like maybe like holiday palettes or Christmas palettes or whatever. And so they come in bulky packaging. And so I went through a phase where I was just like, I need to make more space because reasons. And so I just went nuts and I depotted a ton of them. And I bought lots, it makes no sense, but I bought lots of Uni palettes, these, and then just put them on there. So I actually have quite a few. I don't have them with me at the moment because when I moved to my house I kind of left most of them at my parents' place, but this is the one that I carry with me the most because it has everything I need. Like if I needed to do powder blush, it's got powder blush, black for liner, all the neutrals, right? And it's so nice because you've got this massive mirror in front of it that's very clear and even. I find that sometimes when you get palettes with mirrors on them, they're not always the greatest. Like sometimes they're too small for one, but sometimes for some reason they feel magnified. Is it just me? Sometimes the mirrors feel magnified and then everything looks distorted to me. So I feel like I struggle to do my makeup, whereas I just want a simple, clean, big, clear mirror. Like that just makes makeup application so much easier. I have so many mirrors sitting around me right now. I have like one pinned to the desk here, and then I'm using this one here, so without mirrors. Oh, and I also have my LCD screen, so I guess that's a mirror. But yeah, so I'm doing my crease right now. I did a base of like a peach base, and then I'll do my crease, but I used to do my crease right at my crease. I actually go just above my crease line because, again, I don't know if it's an age thing, and I've just started noticing, but I have hooded eyes. So if I put the crease color right into my crease, you won't see it. So the best way for me to explain it is that I'll try to just have a mirror in front of me, look ahead, and just hit this part here. So I don't know if I'm doing that right. Just up here. So that when my eyes are open, you can see the crease color. So it gives my eyes more depth. It helps, honestly. I know that my eyes are not like tiny or anything, but it does help my eyes look bigger. If I put the crease color right into the crease and open my eyes look smaller. Let's just go a little higher as well to help. But the crease color I use is always kind of a gray cool tone taupe, and I prefer those that are not pigmented at all, like very light pigmentation, because it means that I can apply it gradually, very gradually. So layers and layers, as you saw before. So now I'm just gonna go, because this always scares me when I do this, just my outer crease color, just to give a little bit more definition. And it's so pigmented, you can see like literally if I went like this, just feels crazy. But I'm gonna blend it out. And once it blends out, it looks way better. Crazy right now. when I put it down for the first time every morning, I'm like, oh, what did I do? It's too much. God. But see how it like blends out, and it's not too intimidating anymore. And it's like almost like, I know some people may notice my eyeshadow, but I feel like a lot of people may not. Side note, when I pass through these videos where I'm doing my makeup, I low-key really don't like my technique, my brush technique. I don't know, I feel like it's too clumsy, and it's very like, how do you describe it? It's always hard to use the right words, you know, because you don't want to offend anyone either. But yeah, I feel like my makeup application is generally on the clumsier side, and it really bums me out when I watch my videos. I'm like, oh, this is why I don't do makeup tutorials, because who wants to learn? How could I teach anyone when I can't even apply my own makeup nicely? But I'm okay with the end result, so I don't know. Like, at the end of the day, once my makeup's done and I'm out the door, I'm like, you know what? My makeup's okay. I'm like, I'm not mad at this. All right, so eyes shadow is done. Where is, oh, there it is. I'm looking for my eyeliner. So I use the Bobbi Brown Longwear gel liner. Sometimes, quite often, if I'm wanting something really solid, I'll use the Stila waterproof eyeliner. Stay all day. This is so good, like doesn't budge at all, just stays on your eyes. I love it so much, but it is a very harsh line, right? Because it's deep black. I mean, not like the gel liners are not harsh as well, but you can soften them out a little bit. So when I'm not filming, I'll do like smaller wings. I know right now I say that, but I feel like my wing is actually pretty big. And so when I go do the wing part, I try to use a softer hand so it doesn't feel as harsh, and then just kind of bring the color back in. But I feel like gel liner is almost like using pencil liner. It just feels like the edges are a bit softer. It's not too sharp. The color is a bit softer. However, it does wear much faster during the day. So I feel like by the end of the day when I'm back home, I don't even realize I have liner on anymore. Like, my wing is still there, but the rest of my liner is like not there. So if you plan to go out after work and you care about your makeup, it's probably one of those things that you'll have to carry makeup around to touch up. Okay, I think I just need to extend this just a smidge to match the other side, and then we're good. All right, liner done. Last step. Yep. Sorry, I'm in a rush right now, so sorry if I'm talking too fast. Mascara. Right now I'm using the Maybelline The Falsies Surreal. It's okay, I don't mind. It's not like a favorite of mine or anything, but I think it's almost finished. Like, I've used this for a couple months now, and I can tell that I need to really go in a lot to get formula. But yeah, I don't know if I'd buy it again. I think I'd want to try something else or go back to something I really love. I really love my Can Make, no, I don't know the name, one of the Can Make mascaras is my like real favorite. Maybelline The Falsies, the original, again another favorite. And then of course Lancome Hypnose. It's just that Lancome Hypnose is so expensive, and I feel like mascara, you use them up really quickly, they don't last too long. So I'll usually have a Lancome Hypnose somewhere, but it's usually like a treat. Okay, see, I don't have to go in multiple times. And I know some people might not love having tons of mascara on their lashes. I'm not one of those people. I love, not clumpy lashes, but like, I love that like almost clumpy lashes. That's what I like. Maybe it's because my lashes are like short and thin and sparse and all those things, and so it's kind of like, I feel like it really amplifies my look. But if you get it right, it looks good. If I curled my lashes, it'd probably look better, but like, let's be honest, I wouldn't normally curl my lashes. And that's pretty much it. So I think this is my finished look. I'm just like, have I done everything? Did I not forget anything? I'm pretty sure I didn't forget anything. So yes, I'm ready to go to work. I'm gonna start packing up my bag and get ready to go. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully it wasn't too rushed. If I can link any of the products down below, I will. Otherwise, thank you so much for hanging out with me. This is Celina reporting from my room. Back to the internet. Oh, by the way, if you're curious, the reason I don't put any lip product on is because I snack a lot during the day and I drink a lot and I don't want my bottles to have lipstick on them. So yeah, when I go to work, I don't wear lip product.